As the tribe emerges from the dark, wet jungle, the tribe knows not what it will see. Bing! Tavares Bay? Tavares Bay on the north shore of Maui? Tavares Bay on the north shore of Maui with some humans chilling on the beach. What's happening, tribe? How are you guys doing today? Good. It's most excellent to hear. I wish I could say I was doing the same. No, I'm alright. A little bummed the bike's down. Bike's still down. That's why we're in the car. That's why we're doing a car vlog. I thought I would take this opportunity to try to answer a little more in depth a question that I actually get asked a lot, but I don't know why I skim over it. For some reason, maybe I think that people just automatically know how to figure out the workflow for this question, which is like, I want to come to Maui, or how do I move to Maui? I've never been to Maui. What? I'm a big dumb yellow glasses. We're not going to wear those today. I want to visit Maui. It seems like this like very out of reach destination, but it's not. The fact of the matter is, once you get on the plane, however many hours later, you arrive at OGG. Hashtag OGG. That's the airport code. Is that what it's called? An airport code? I don't know. Maybe some of the tribe members in the aviation industry can enlighten me on that. What is that called? The airport code? Anyways, Kahului Maui, OGG. Once you land here, you're here. Done, right? Pretty much. Well, not so much. There's a little more workflow to it, you know. Where are you going to stay? Are you going to rent a car? What are you going to do? So many questions, so little answers. And hopefully I can answer some of those questions for you. Hold on. Paia is like a bustling city right now. Check it out. You guys have seen Paia so many times. You probably know this town better than I know myself. Better than I know it myself. Oh, sorry, it's one of those days. I'm kind of slow, you know, mentally. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the moon. Full moon just went by. I don't think this vlog's ever gonna make it to air. No, it will. Okay, so where were we? Right, so there's many options here. You can, A, the most expensive, stay in a hotel. B, probably the second most expensive, stay in like a condo type of thing. There's a lot of multi-unit condo facilities here on Maui, and those are a nice option. Like when Jake the Jungle Snake came, you know, a few months ago, he stayed in a pretty nice condo on the west side of Maui, Lahaina. Although most of the hotels and condos are on the west and south sides of the island. And oh my gosh, look at this. Remember that thing I just rode through the other day when I did the Jake, how I got the rock jeans? Look at that. They just plowed all of it. Wow. Cane fields on Maui, they change dramatically by the day. You never know which ones they're gonna burn next. Anyways, back to the topic. So Jake stayed, he stayed at like a condo. I don't know how much it was. Maybe you guys, or maybe Jake, if you watch this video, comment down below. I feel like you paid about $140 a night or something, which is pretty reasonable. That's pretty good. Another alternative is vacation rentals, although they're not as easy to come across as far as finding them on the internet. They're a little more underground now. They used to be very above ground, quotation marks. My mother actually had a vacation rental in our backyard, and she was charging like $75 a night, and it was totally cool. You know, you guys been back there in the backyard. Cool little one bedroom thing, shower, full kitchen. You know, when you'd arrive, she'd have like fresh baked banana bread and pineapples and like some local treats, you know, teas and coffees and stuff like that. And that was just included in the price. Like, she wasn't out to make a lot of money, but a little bit of income was nice for her. And there used to be a lot of vacation rentals, and they ranged from like $40-50 a night to say $100, $125, but usually they wouldn't go over about that $125 mark unless you're getting like a really epic super jungle get away with a hot tub and stuff. Then you could find them for $200 a night or something, which is still amazing if you bring friends and stuff like that and you guys all split it. But the commercial hotel industry over here, about 5-6 years ago, all band together and said, we don't like the vacation rentals, it's taking away from our bottom line. And they all launched this campaign, and the state listened, and then the state just clamped down on vacation rentals, threatening to, like, you know, to fine people that were doing these quote-unquote illegal vacation rentals, even though a lot of people that were doing them were claiming them on their taxes and everything. Anyways, that's a long story short. The fact of the matter being that they're a little harder to find nowadays. I don't even know what avenues you'd go through to find them. Maybe you go on forums about Maui, stuff like that. You can find little links. There's people that solicit the vacation rentals as a whole, so they'll kind of be like the representative, the middleman, the vacation rental distributor, if you will. And that's probably your cheapest route. If you go any cheaper than that, you'd be looking at like a youth hostel, which there's one up here in Wailuku, up against the mountains there, up against the West Maui mountains. And it's called the, wow, look at those clouds. That's like magical up there right now. Okay, stay on the road there, buddy. The Banana Bungalow. I think it's like $25 a night or something. They used to have weird rules, like you had to be an international customer. So if you guys are thinking about coming to Maui from an international location, you're probably still good to go. You might want to call them first if you're from the States and you're thinking about possibly staying in a hostel. Cheap. That's the cheapest route right there. And then from the hostel, you could just go dirt cheap style and use the public bus system here. Maui has a public bus as of a few years ago. It's like $2 to go anywhere on Maui. It's great. It's going to get there a little slower, but you can also rent mopeds. You can hitchhike. A lot of people come here to Maui and they just hitchhike. People pick you up here on Maui. You gotta know the spots to hitchhike though. Like, don't hitchhike before the intersection. Hitchhike after the intersection. So hopefully you get people to pull up to the light, they look at you and you're just like, just want to go to the beach. And the dude in the car is like, oh man, look at that guy. Look at that poor soul. I think I'll go pick him up after the intersection. What's your super tip for the day? Outside of that, shit, man. You could come here, fly here, land at the airport, jump on the bus, go to Wally World, Walmart, and freaking buy a tent and just go camp it out on the beach. Come back, or when you're about to leave, stop back into Wally World and return that shit. Be like, this tent sucked while I was using it every night. But that's another option, and I hate Walmart, so I don't feel bad returning things like that. Anyways, guys, those are just a few options. Try to find the vacation rentals. Check Craigslist. Look for, you know, some people do trades. There's like couchsurfing.com. You can look for different housing trade situations. There's just all kinds of stuff if you dig around. Like, you can find work trade where you clean the person's giant house and you get to stay in the garage or in a little ohana unit, which is like a guest house. And then once you're here, it's like, I don't know, you got the beach, hikes, waterfalls. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Shop around for your plane ticket. Try to get here as cheaply as possible. It's totally doable. Like moto tripping, Mr. Mike number 2 is coming out here in March, or he's very potentially set on coming out here in March, and I've like been communicating with him for over a year. So I was like, dude, Mike, if you can't find a place, you can't find something, stay at my place. Just you better lock the door at night, boy. You never know what accidental broadcast's up to once the lights go out. Oh yeah, slow motion cheek dive. You never know, Mr. Mike number 2. You never know what he's up to. Hey Mike, you sleeping?